If you have kidney failure or you're a caregiver to someone who has kidney failure, I want you to watch this video to the end, because in this video we're talking about 5 important things that you need to consider when choosing a center where your patient or your loved ones will be dialyzing. Very, very important. Number one thing that you must actually check if in a center before you move your loved one or your patient to that place for dialysis, or where the person will make permanently for a place where he or she does dialysis, one thing you must look out for is proximity. How close is this place to the house? This is because emergency can happen at any time for people who have kidney issues. Emergency can actually happen at any time. You can't predict it. Sometimes you may not be able to predict it. Sometimes you may not be able to prevent it. Okay, this emergency happens. How close is this place to this person, to the house, where you can rush this person from the house to the hospital? So you can't be dialyzing in a place that is very, very, very far from your home. A place where you drive like 10 hours before you'll be able to go to that place. Then point number 2 is that you must look for a place that is accessible. A place may be closer to the house, but the road to that place is not accessible. Like the road is very, very bad, that even someone who is traveling for 10 hours will even get there before you. So these are the things you have to put into serious consideration, because an emergency can happen at any time, even in the middle of the night. If there is no road to move this person from the house to the hospital, sometimes it may be very, very dangerous, that this person's life cannot be saved. Okay, so we've talked about proximity, we've talked about what? Accessibility. Now let's talk about the third one, very, very important. The third one has to do with the cost of dialysis. So if you are considering choosing a place for dialysis for your loved ones, you must actually be very, very careful. You actually have to be very, very meticulous in choosing the cost of dialysis. Okay, some centers charge higher price than other centers. Okay, so now that you want to choose a place, you have to consider the price, because one thing about dialysis is consistency. Okay, if you're on dialysis, you need to be healthy on dialysis, and you want to live long on dialysis, one thing you must imbibe, one thing you must do is the power of consistency cannot be overemphasized. You have to dialyze 3 times a week, and you have to be consistent. And this thing has to do with finances, especially here in Nigeria, that we are actually paying out from our own pockets. So you have to consider the resources that will be going. So look for a center that your resources will be able to carry. Okay, so like you're dialyzing 3 times, make sure that you'll be able to afford this, and you keep to it, and you work out to be able to meet up other things. So this is actually very, very important, because money may mean everything for a patient who is on dialysis, because you have seen people on dialysis coming on online, or maybe on social media, to ask for help. This is because dialysis is actually draining, and if you peradventure you're a patient, or a caregiver to a patient, or you're a sponsor to a patient, this is very important. Ask questions around. We have centers that are cheaper, we have centers that are very, very expensive. So you have to consider, then know what next to do. I don't know if I'm communicating. Point number 3, you have to look at the place where you wish to dialyze. You have to look at the manpower. You have to look at the staff in that very dialysis center or dialysis unit. How passionate are they about their job? How passionate are the managing the leaders of that particular center? How passionate are they about the dialysis patient, and how passionate are they about the job? So because this thing actually matters, it plays a lot of role. In the place where I work, most of the time we move out to patient places to look out for them. Like, if not been to dialysis for so and Sunday, what happened? How are you doing? Okay, so sometimes we even call on phone. This is because the people where I work, we look out for what? Our patients. So these are the things that you do, and we love our patients. These are the things you look out for. The love for patients, the readiness of this staff to work. There are places you go, they don't care. Whether you come or you don't come, they don't care. Whether you're like where I was trained, okay, it gets to a point where the staff actually raise money for a patient to do dialysis. This is not normal, but I'm talking about being highly committed. They're not just putting only your skill, you are putting also your knowledge, you are putting also your money and your time. So there are people who are so committed like that. So if you are choose people who love their job, who see it as a calling, who are so committed in making things happen. Okay, so now moving away from that, before the fifth five, the number five, which one you may call the last, but certainly it's not the least. The list continues. Like we can count up to 50 things that you can actually consider. The last thing, and very important, is this place you're now going for dialysis. How good the machines they are using for dialysis, how effective are those machines? We have cases of people dialyzing in places where their machines are very bad. A person comes in with 52 kg and weight and is going back home with 55. Someone comes in with 53 and is going home with 53. No fluid removal, no waste removal. Before you know it, we have a different story to tell. So you need to watch out for how good is their machine. Are they always opening their machine? Are they always doing one thing or the other at the machine? So this is something that you need to consider when you are choosing a place for dialysis, a place where you or the person you're caring for or the person you're sponsoring needs to dialyze. I'm Honorable Victory, your kidney health coach. In this very channel, we are dedicated, we are focused in handling everything dialysis, everything kidney failure, giving you the best knowledge on how to do this. So if you're new in this channel, I want you to do what, to click on the subscribe button, like this video, drop your questions and your comments on the comment section, and don't forget to share this video to those who really need it. Share it on your timeline. So this, if you're seeing this on Facebook, we have a YouTube channel called the Kidney Health Class. You can actually join us in the Kidney Health Class. Then you can also go on TikTok as Honorable Victory, also on Twitter, and I'm also available on Facebook if you're on Facebook watching me at Vic Novos Medical and Kidney Health and Kidney Care Center. So bye for now.